Alright guys, I'm going to talk about what I think are the most important elements in a presentation. These elements are very important because without those elements we won't be able to have a presentation that is effective and your audience will be able to enjoy. So can we please go to the next slide? Alright, as we can see, one of the most important things in my presentation is the harmony. What is a harmony? Harmony is how your presentation looks. It's where the white spaces are and where everything is located. Without harmony, everything just gets crumbled. I want to look at this example. This example, it's quite clear. You can see the title, you can see where's the subtitle, you can see where's concept 1, concept 2, concept 3. It's not crowded. Everything is in the same image and still you're able to learn it. Can we go to the next slide, please? After that, another thing that I can see is the clear slide. What is a clear slide? Well, unlike harmony, clear slide revolves around the fact that all the points that I'm about to present here are fine, are there. If we don't have a slide that is clear, a slide that only has one image, a slide with few text, there's no point to your slide. If you have a lot of text in your slide, you'll actually fail because your audience will be able to read what you just told. Okay, can we go to the next slide, please? Fonts. Well, what am I going to say about fonts? Fonts are kind of difficult because fonts are the type of characters that you're going to show to your presentation. As you can see here, this is quite elegant. CSS, fonts, stack. What does that mean? Well, that actually is the thing for web development. But there are a lot of different fonts that you can learn from here. There's this one called Arial Narrow that you're not able to see. And there's this one called Arial Black that you're perfectly able to see. It depends on which kind of text you're trying to do. But because we're talking about presentations specifically, we need to show something that your audience will be able to read. Can we go to the next slide, please? After that, it comes few text. Why few text? Well, according to one of the greatest heroes of our generation, called Steve Jobs, when he made his images, he didn't actually have any image. It was just a giant, really giant word, and he explained what the word meant. For example, in this example we can see revolutionary. He just explained what he meant when this slide had revolutionary, but he didn't actually have anything to show. The thing that he was able to show was a physical thing, the new iPhone, or whatever thing he was invented at the time. Can we go to the next slide? After that, it's the nonverbal communication. This one's quite important because apart from communicating via verbal communication, there's this body language. Body language explains and says about the person that is presenting. If I just stood here without, moving or doing anything, you wouldn't be able to enjoy my presentation. It will be boring. But if I move, if I shake my hands, if I make exaggerated gestures, you actually pay attention to me. You try to say, wow, what is he saying? He's moving a lot. He's saying something that moves the world or something similar. That's why nonverbal language is quite important. Can we go to the next slide? Answering questions. This is something that a lot of people don't do. Answering questions is exactly as it sounds. You need to answer what is being asked. But the tricky thing about here is that you need to be prepared to whatever the audience is going to ask you about. You need to be ready. You need to be better than them. You need to have an answer that satisfies them. And that's not actually quite easy to do. And what I recommend here is you just need to prepare, to document yourself, to read a lot, to show the world that you know. That's your time to shine. Go to the next slide, please. The delivery technique. This delivery technique means how you're making your presentation. This, again, revolves around the other fact. This revolves around the fact that you show your presentation in an effective manner. What do I mean by this? You need to be sure of yourself. You need to be confident. If I just talk it like this, well, you wouldn't be able to enjoy me, right? I need to move, I need to be confident, I need to make you look at me and say, wow, he's talking about something he enjoys. Next slide, please. Arriving early. This is a point that is not so important by itself, but this combines with other points. These points of arriving early means that, well, you arrive early to your presentation, but why? You need to know your audience. You need to know what you're doing. You need to see the technical flaw in whatever design you have. You need to know that absolutely everything is going to be perfect. How do you do that? By arriving early. Why? Because you cannot predict something. And as one famous man just said, if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. You want to verify that nothing is going to go wrong. Next slide, please. Knowing your audience. As I told you before, why do you need to know your audience? If I'm going to talk about video games, I'm not going to go to a hall full of sportsmen. Why? Because they don't enjoy video games. I need to know that before I start talking. And that's it. You just need to know. You just need to know your audience to know how you're going to talk. Next slide, please. My reflection. Well, in my reflection, according to myself, and what things I need to know is I depend a lot on my confidence. Without my confidence, I do not know how to explain myself, how to talk. So that's my one weakness. I'm way too confident in myself. I think that I can improvise everything, and that's not good because, some things like in school presentations, I can do that. But if I'm gonna sell myself, I need to prepare for my audience. He's gonna be my new boss. He's gonna show me new stuff that I need to be prepared to. If I don't do that, well, I fail as a presenter. Next slide, please. And the skills I have, well, you can see in the video, I have a lot of confidence. As I told you before, it's my one weakness, but it's a thing that actually makes my presentation quite better. I got verbal skills. I don't have any trouble explaining myself. And I got non-verbal communication. I wasn't static in all this presentation. If you notice, I was talking with you, like I was talking with you in real life. And that'll be it. Next slide, please. Okay, that's it. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a nice day.